You have questions, we have answers. This is Jane Muller.
And this is Ken Muller. Welcome to our show, all about real estate with Ken and Jane. Today we have as our guest Devon Ketch. She's the general manager of the soon-to-open East Brunswick Ice Rink, or Ice Arena, I should say, because you have two rinks coming. Devon, big welcome to our show, and congratulations on your new role.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah,
welcome.
We're excited to learn all about the East Brunswick Ice Arena and all the programs it has to offer. But before we get into that, just please give us an overview of your background and how you got into the ice skating, ice management field.
Of course. So first off, thank you so much again for having me today. I'm really excited to talk about the arena. So let's see my experience here. I started actually my career with NBC for 15 years. I learned budgeting, client services, team management, project management, event planning even. So really when I heard that the arena was opening and they were getting close to the end of construction, they were hiring roles, I was reading through it. And I said to myself, this is an amazing way to give back to the community, be a part of something bigger. And given that I grew up in East Brunswick, this was huge for me. So I was really excited to see the opportunity and that everything worked out in the way that it did. But I'm really excited to be a resident myself and be able to give back to the community in this capacity.
That's great. So I have a question to ask you. Being the general manager, how good a skater do you have to be to get that? Or can you skate backwards fluently?
I can't skate backwards, but I can definitely stand on the ice and move forward. Yeah. I might be signing up for the Learn to Skate myself.
Yeah, just like the CEO, you don't have to necessarily know how to fly the plane if you're the CEO of the airline. You just have to know what the right levers to push and smoothly.
How to lead, right?
How to lead is more important, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And that was the great thing is my skills were very transferable in this capacity where I'm able to prioritize safety and all the things that come along with operating this arena.
Yeah. Additional to your skill set and your passion and to East Brunswick, that shine through every day. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So as being a resident of East Brunswick, what does the project mean to you, the opportunity, the excitement? I mean, this is something that the community has been lacking and is really in need of in the whole area. There's really not anything nearby. So when I was a kid, I grew up in Union County, and there was an ice arena not too far away, like Roselle Park. We used to go on a regular basis. It was like a winter theme the whole season. So this is something I think the residents, the 50,000 or so residents of the area, plus the surrounding communities can really partake in.
Yes, exactly. I'm so excited about this as a resident. I think in our community, we have so many sports that we're passionate about between baseball and soccer and volleyball. I think that this adds to it. It's something for, kids and adults. They can grow. It's something where we can have athletes in this space now. I think it's really exciting that we're going to have this. It's a new place for birthday parties. I look at it as a community hub with the spaces that we're going to have. It's a place that I want the community to feel welcome in, and knowing that it's open all year and it's something for them to do and they could spend time there.
Yeah. So let's talk about the facility itself, to talk about the ice rinks, the seating capacity, what the facility entails, what the experience is envisioned to be like for those people coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a state-of-the-art facility. It's about 80,000 square feet. We'll have the 2 ice rinks within. We'll have a concession stands that will be operated by an external vendor. We have optimal viewing areas in both rinks and also the mezzanine area. So there's a second floor where you can actually stand and walk around and view both rinks. We have the party rooms. We have the multi-purpose room. We're still awaiting the occupancy numbers. I just want to make sure before I report that out.
Sure.
Exactly, because it's different per rink and also in the lobby area. But given that it's a 2-sheet facility, we can have a tournament for hockey going on in the one rink, but we can still have our public programming going on. So definitely expect it'll be a busy facility, but it's state-of-the-art. It's absolutely gorgeous in there. I'm really excited for the community to get in there and see it.
I think somebody already went and see it and didn't take me.
Well, I got a personal invitation. You weren't invited, so that's the thing. So,
Oh, thank you.
And I was going to
Thank
say
you.
I was blown away by the size of the rinks, the seating capacity. You know, it's a couple hundred. I don't want to say how many because, like you said, we don't know what the official is, but it seats a lot of people.
It seats
from
a
what the
lot.
tour guide said, and it's just, and then like you said, it has the multi-purpose rooms. The viewing is great.
Yes.
It's got it's going to have the food concession places.
Exactly.
It's easily accessible, you know, and
Yes.
it's close to the new community legacy. So a lot of those residents that are, you know, it all coincides nicely with the entire redevelopment that's going on in East Brunswick now.
Exactly.
I think this is go much beyond East Brunswick, as you guys said earlier. I mean, when Maria growing up, right? We always thinking we're gonna go have a birthday party place. Now they have so many places they can go, you know, in East Brunswick, which is great. You know, I mean, I think that's like you said, it's almost like community gathering place.
It's a community gathering. It's bigger than
really
just
is.
going there for ice hockey.
It
It's going
is.
there for the hot chocolate and then skate on teach your kids how to ice skate or just go there to socialize and exercise.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But-
You know, a lot of time, right? I mean, I feel as a parent, right, when your kids growing up, I often heard our client complaining, said, oh, my kids don't want to talk to us and, you know, don't want to come home once they're in college, nothing to do with us. But on the other hand, how much we put in the kids in the beginning. You know, a lot of time is the memory. You take them to the ice skating the first time and you fail, you laugh, or, you know, all these memories is a part of life.
Yes.
That's more important.
Yeah.
I think that's going to create so many, you know, moment looking back later. Yeah.
Yes, I know the programming isn't probably set in stone, but how much public skating time do you envision the arena offering during the week, like weekends and some
That's
weekdays?
a great
Just
question.
roughly.
Yeah, we're hoping to have some lunchtime public skating options as well as weeknights, and then definitely on the weekends. You know, I really want the community to know and feel this is a township owned and operated facility. Being a resident myself, I'm about the community. I want the community to know that we're setting aside the time for them. It's the priority when it comes to scheduling. We're putting in that. I would expect we have an hour and a half to 2 hour sessions each time. So we're looking at least 10 hours of public skating. And then we'll also have the Learn to Skate programming that will be created by the skating director at the arena. And then we also have Black Bear, who we're partnering with. They're coming in and they'll have the hockey programming for us. But we're going to have a lot going on. And it's so important with the Learn to Skate programming as well, because that's really that's a foundational skating piece. People can go from that into figure skating, into hockey, and that will be operated and coordinated by the township, by our skating director.
Yeah, I don't think our daughter Maria ever really.
I never
we never
did
had the
before.
opportunity. We never had it around us to take advantage of that. But now it's a good time for her to learn. Never
Now
too
she's
late,
18.
right?
Never
She
too
better-
late.
Yeah, you better
No,
learn how to
yeah.
skate.
Yeah. You see, when Maria's young, the number one priority for Ken is you got to learn how to swim.
Swim, yeah.
So
No, that's
you make
now
sure
you-
she swim when she's 4 or
Yeah,
5.
and then learn how to ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
But now, skating is like a great thing.
Yeah, that's
Good
cool.
coordination. It's good exercise. Everything. How has the community response been? Have you gotten a lot of positive feedback, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of emails, and just the vibes have been really good?
I think so. Yeah, we we're receiving emails a lot and making sure it's a priority to get back for the questions that we have. A lot of when are you opening? What programming is there going to be? So we're always open to answer those questions. I love when I'm talking to people and saying I started a new job and I'm working with the township and at the arena, and people get so excited. I've had so many people telling me how excited they are. They can't wait to come, skate at the facility. And I know too, a resident myself, I know there's traffic concerns, but I would say I hope that doesn't stop anyone from coming to the facility. I know that there's that feedback I've heard as well along with this, but overall it's been such a positive outpouring. I was at the Winter Wonderland that the recreation department hosted, and so many people were coming up. They were so excited, wanting to know how can I be on the ice as soon as you open and everything. So it's really been positive feedback that we're receiving.
So let's talk about the opening now. It could change. Nothing's set in stone, but it's looking at opening next year, maybe around the time of in like February or so, or time of the Olympics, time of Valentine's Day, somewhere around that mid-February point is the target, right?
Yeah. No set opening for our grand opening yet, but we're hoping, in the winter, getting everything up and running. Construction is finishing up. It's moving along great. But yeah, I would love to be able to say around the Olympics so that we have the strong push. And I think it'll really get the community even more excited to, being a child or seeing anyone, right? When you're watching the Olympics, you always think, I can do that. So yeah, you can ice skate. Come on to our facility and do it too.
Now, do you have any special guests planned for the groundbreaking opening, or is that secretive? I don't want to. If it is, you don't have to reveal it. Or you have some special surprises for. That's in the planning.
You shouldn't ask that question.
No, I'm asking if she does.
Now you get me interested, and then say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't tell you."
No, but at least that'll draw people to the opening. Then at least.
I would say what we will be having for the opening, there's going to be lots of exciting things going on. We have lots of exciting ideas. I'm taking community feedback into consideration, ideas for Mayor Cohen as well. So I think that there's a lot. It'll be fun. I definitely recommend once we have the grand opening date, people should be there for it.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Don't worry.
I'll be there, yeah. I'm sure it'll be very well attended. It's such a big event and such a big arena. It's 80,000 square feet. It's right in the center of town. It's a really focal point.
Yes.
I pass every time I go to the gym in the morning. It's right on the way to the workout. It's just a beautifully constructed facility. It's attractive looking. It was designed very modern design.
Yes.
So it's a really, really cool, very exciting. So let's talk a little bit now about the hockey programs and what I know that's being run by Black Bear.
Yes.
So talk about what are they going to offer in terms of like it's going to be collegiate level and high school tournaments or what does that entail?
Yeah, they're going to have youth programming. They're going to have tournaments, camps. They'll be bringing the Mercer Chiefs team as well as PTL. They're going to have programming for girls-only teams. I mentioned the youth programming. There will be adult hockey that will be there as well, run by them. So I definitely recommend checking out their website. They're affiliated with Pro Skate in South Brunswick, so I would recommend people to visit their website and they can get more information from there. But they're going to have a lot of programming. Learn to Play will be there as well. They're looking to partner with the Devils, so the Devils, will have like a programming of Learn to Play there as well. So definitely, I would recommend people should check out their website and look to see all of what they have to offer and how much they're going to be bringing in from day one at the facility. It's actually fantastic what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, it's very smart having the two ice rinks.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would be very hard with the scheduling. There'd always be conflicts. But having the two it gives you so much more opportunity for the residents and the public.
Exactly.
So you don't conflict with the private programs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even Jane will probably skate, right? What about the skating thing? That brings up another question. Do you guys provide rentals, or do people have to bring their own skates?
That's a fantastic question. So within our facility, it was laid out in a really fantastic way. Kudos to the architects for that. The front desk is centrally located, so as soon as you come in, it'll help with traffic control. You come in, the front desk is there, and then the skate rental is right next to it. It'll help with traffic and knowing where you should go and everything in the direction of it. But we will have skate rentals available. Of course, people can bring their own skates. We'll also have lockers available for people to rent and put their belongings in. We're looking that open skate would be about $10 per session. Special events would be about $20 a session, with skate rentals $8 each.
Okay.
So it's really
that's pretty reasonable.
It's really reasonable.
Rates.
Yeah.
But some for like to go bowling, go to a movie.
Yes.
I mean, that's really for 2 hours or whatever the open skate will be. That's a pretty darn good
It's
rate.
a great price, yeah. And we'll also have memberships available where you could buy
I was gonna say,
a
you
pack
could buy
of
a
10 or a
package.
pack of 20, and then there's a discount
Yeah.
with that as well.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's really cool. All right. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back to our show. We're joined today by Devon Ketch, the general manager of the East Brunswick Ice Rink. So Devon, this is really great with the ice arena. We have got the public skating, you've got the Learn to Skate programs, you have the hockey partnership with that organization. Let's talk about also the other things that are opportunities here, the events and community special events that you can have here. Talk about what other options residents could have in the future, maybe for birthday parties and special events.
Yeah, of course. So as mentioned, we do have a party room. The party room is really cool. Yeah. It's right outside the second rink, and there's all glass windows, so you can see inside to that. I think that's a really fantastic design element. So often I bring, my children to birthday parties, and then it's nice. You can kind of stay warm in the party room and watch your kids as they're out on the ice. So that's a really fantastic element. We'll be having the party rooms there. We also have a multi-purpose room. So we expect, if someone reached out and said they wanted to have a dance class in there, we're willing to make it work and see what that looks like, or yoga. I'm really excited about the camps being in there this summer and how we'll be able to rotate different camps. We even have like a small little outside area where the kids might be able to go outside with the counselors, but, we're going to have the birthday parties available. We'll have the multi-purpose room available for renting as well. Any team dinners even, or small team events we might be able to fit in there. And then, let's see what else.
What about with the food though? How is the food going to be provided? Either can be brought off from off-site, or is it going to be provided by the food concessions that are going to be at the facility? Talk about like what vendors you have set up to come to the facility.
Of course. That's a great question. We will have vending machines, of course, because we don't have the operational hours set yet, but we will be open a lot of hours. So just in case anyone needs a water or a Gatorade, we're expecting to have that. But then as far as the concessions, that'll be an external vendor who will be in there. So it's still a detail we have to figure out with them. But I would think that for birthday parties, we're going to recommend for the family or the event host to work with the vendor. We would
directly with the vendor.
Exactly.
Work out a deal with the vendor.
With the vendor,
But there are going to be multiple vendors from what I remember from the tour. It's going to be opportunities or is it just going to be, how many vendors do you foresee in that space where the food is going to be set up?
That's a great question. We're expecting just one vendor that we'll have a contract with.
Oh, one vendor.
One vendor, yep.
Then it's up to them to decide the cuisine or what type of food to offer? Or
exactly. Yeah. So definitely
hot
more
dogs.
to come.
And it's going to be, I was going to say hot chocolate. That's going to be coffee, hot chocolate.
That's a big one, right?
That's a must, right?
Yes, I think some hot chocolate.
When Maria had the marching band, the home show, right? Because it's always in November.
It's going to sell out if you don't have enough.
The hot chocolate always in demand, always.
And we know that because she's not with the home show. We had the parents have to volunteer every year, and so she always got to volunteer in the kitchen. So she was serving the food and the hot chocolate and the coffee. I was doing the computer, the scoring. So I was always up in this.
See, he's good at the math. I'm good in the kitchen. Close to the food, always right.
Yeah, but it's going to be one vendor, and so that contract that's still in the bidding process or the selection phase, right?
Yeah, not ready to announce anything yet.
Right. Still ahead of time.
Yeah, but it'll be, I'm sure, a good good mix of fast food and the beverages, beverages that everybody needs for this time of year.
Yes.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah. So this is a big facility, 80,000 square feet. When I took the tour, I was really amazed by the chiller room and all the equipment there. Talk about, you're the general manager, but it's a big operation. Besides the events planning, there's staffing and there's safety concerns. So let's talk about what your staff or what the EB township staff will consist of.
Yeah, that's great question. It is a huge facility. So we're looking at about 10 to 12 full-time staff, what we consider front of house and back of house. So front of house would be our guest services and customer service team. That's going to be who's helping with the community programming, the skate rentals. At the front desk, they're there at the front desk. They'll be answering, emails that come in, calls that come in. So we'll have that team. There's going to be 3 customer service people. We'll have the skating director. And then for our maintenance team, which is what we're considering the back of house, they have a lot that they're responsible for in terms of facility cleanliness and the ice cuts, the Zamboni driving. So they're going to be very, very busy, that team. And then we also have part-time opportunities as well. So we still have some full-time opportunities right now that are open for people to apply to. And we also have part-time. So if anyone's interested in working at the arena, definitely please go to our website. We have the application there.
And what's your website, if I may?
Yeah,
of
course.
Share it with us?
Yes, if you go to the East Brunswick Township website and you click on the top at the Ice Arena, so eastbrunswick.org
East Brunswick,
slash, yes, East Brunswick, and then Ice Arena. Yep.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
You bet. I bet the maintenance people certainly have a lot to do. For the maintenance of the equipment, they're going to do like the day-to-day and maintenance, but I guess they're trained in, there's a lot of, that's a big operation to churn out the ice and the chilling process. And feeding the arenas. So there's a lot to learn, you really need some good facility managers.
Yes,
to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah. Our ice operations coordinator is very well respected in the ice community. He's awesome. Shout out to Ed Seeley. He's a fantastic add to the Ice Arena group. Right. I'm really excited to have him aboard. He's been super helpful, and he's going to help me lead a great maintenance team. So really excited about that.
Yeah, and I know we spoke about the programs and the public skating. You're going to offer that maybe 10 hours a week. What do you envision the facility hours being like? It's going to be a 7-day a week. Are you going to be open and then running programs like Sunday through Saturday and from morning till evening, I guess, or share with us?
Yeah, of course. That's a great question. We're still figuring out the operating hours, of course, but we will be open morning, nights, weekends, a lot of holidays. We're expecting we might actually only be closed 360 days a year. So there will be lots of opportunity for people to come for the hockey programming that Black Bear will be running, and then the programming that we'll have for public skate, as well as the skating programming for Learn to Skate programs.
And you said you are going to be open for some of the holidays. So
we'll be open on some holidays,
which is great because that's when the kids are typically off from school.
Exactly.
And the parents that are teachers and work for the state and other departments are off, so that's great that you're open for those.
Yes,
the parents can't wait to send them there.
Send them
hours.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And the kids, if they're if they're under a certain age, they have to be with an adult, right? I'm sure it's for the regulations, right?
Yes. Yeah.
If they're minor, they have to be accompanied by an adult.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll have all that information to come as far as what's the minimum age for the Learn to Skate programs, as well as, what ages need to make sure that there's an adult accompanying them.
And I'm sure you're going to have Learn to Skate programs for the adults too.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure there's all different age. Doesn't matter if you're young or old. You still may need help with skating lessons.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Don't look at me. Why you always look at me? I'm not interested. Unfortunately, I'm not interested in the program. I'm interested in the hot chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She's interested. Whether it be ice skating, skiing, sports activities. Usually, Jane is interested in viewing it. She'll be in the stand.
Party room.
Hot chocolate. Right.
And the hot chocolate in my hand.
Yeah.
And either hamburger or the hot dog.
Yeah. I used to love the ice skate. I used to love to ski. I haven't skied in many years because as you get older, the cold hits you too much. But I used to love skiing, but going to Camelback and some of the local slopes, but haven't gone in quite a few years. But I'll definitely go back and ice skate. I have to get my hockey skates out.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we used to actually skate in the ponds were cold enough, so we'd play hockey on the right on the ponds. But now the weather isn't it doesn't no matter, even with this cold spell that we've had, it just the ponds, they don't freeze. It just doesn't stay cold enough for long enough to get a solid layer of ice on there. So kids today usually don't have, at least in New Jersey, they don't have the opportunity to really skate outdoors as much as they did many years ago when I was a kid.
I tell you, when Ken skied, right, you will never think that the guy like him, right, he takes so much risk.
No,
and 1 year my mom came, right, he was telling my mom, he was driving, he telling my mom, he said, Mom, when I was younger, I was riding bicycle on this road. It was a busy road or running road. My mom said,
like a mountainous road, through the Watchung reservation.
Yeah.
And through
my mom said, "Oh my God, it's lucky it's not my son."
But I wouldn't want my daughter the way people drive today. I wouldn't want any of my kids to do that now.
No play hockey on the pound. No, it's dangerous now. No riding bicycle on a major road. That was he used to do.
That's when a lot of bikers do that. Yeah, you got to take some risks in life, right? Otherwise, you're no rewards. So there's a lot really to look forward to. How are you ensuring the safety for the people that come in there? And I guess there's, with the ice, there's slips and falls. So I'm sure you're going to have like a first aid and, treatments for kids that have bumps and bruises. That goes with playing hockey. It also goes with skating. If you have a fall and you have, you may have need some service. So how is that going to be addressed?
Yes. So safety is a top priority for our facility. I think, too, as being part of the recreation department, it's fantastic. We already have, my coworkers, they have successful programs in East Brunswick. I can work with them for that. But for larger events, we're looking at security options. There's phones in the building. We'll have emergency lists next to it. Of course, unfortunately, with ice skating, it's slippery. But people are recommended bring helmets and pads with you. But it's a top priority. We're going to have signage everywhere, as well, just cautioning people.
Yes.
Yeah. And the hockey programs that go in there, they're under the responsibility of the management company you have. So they have their own set of safety procedures.
Yeah, we'll have liability forms for everyone that comes in. Same as other, activity type things in our area where there's liability forms. We'll have that for when people come in, and I'm sure coaches and instructors are going to be, reminding children and people in their programs of things they need to be careful with and everything as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So one of the things that's great about this arena is the effect it's going to have on the local economy, because as more people come in there, it's good for they're going to come in there, they're going to socialize, they're going to skate, they're going to consume food, they might go out to the local restaurants that are nearby, and soon to be a few more that are coming up with the redevelopment. So how do you see the economic and impact to the overall local economy from the ice arena?
It's exciting, right?
It's really exciting. I can only imagine it's going to be a positive influence. I think it's in a very central part of East Brunswick. Yes. I was thinking about it myself, and I was like, there's so many places I could go, like on my way to work to grab something to eat, or on the way home. I think too, with tournaments coming in, the lodging the hotels that we have, I could see boosts for them on the weekends. It's very central too. There's lots of services, retail, and dining in that area. So I can only imagine it's going to be a positive influence for them there.
Yeah. So I'm sure the local restaurants are going to be excited. Yeah. You can only help them, like you said.
Exactly.
And then the Route 18 project won't last forever.
It won't last forever.
That is a county thing. It's nothing it's no fault of the township or the mayor. It's nothing that we can do. It's unavoidable. It's a state. They're upgrading all the utility lines.
Yep.
And it might be done by the end of 2026 if we're on target. But,
you know what, Ken? Unfortunately, I know for us, our town, right, number one complaint is Route 18, right, the traffic. But we're in Central Jersey. Tell me where there's no traffic. You go Route 1, you're stuck. You go Route 9, you're stuck.
Right,
so,
and you want all the amenities, you want the restaurants, you want the recreation, you want the schools, you want the employment. You're going to have more congestion.
People.
If you have less people, there's less opportunities and less things to avail yourself of. So,
but think about it. You look at a cup half full or half empty, right? Yeah. People is a good thing. It's a buying power, right? Yeah, it's good for the business. Nobody wants to open a business if there's not enough foot traffic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's really, unfortunately.
That's what it might be. Foot traffic, if people don't drive, they'll walk.
Exactly.
Right, they can get there, you can get there faster maybe.
Yeah.
But there's the back roads. There's other ways you can get there you can go Old Bridge Turnpike, you can go Riders Lane, you can kind of bend your way through. And I think most people that have been on 18, they know the bypasses well enough to navigate it and get there. So I don't foresee it being a problem or a deterrent for people that really want to get there.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's exciting. It's such a central location in East Brunswick. I'm thinking it's going to be positive for all the businesses there. I'm really excited for that for them as well as part of this.
And especially there's like nothing close by. That's like one, a lot of nearby township, nearby residents would come and join.
I think you may have capacity limit issues. I think you might have those days where it's so popular you're going to have to turn people away because you're going to exceed the occupancy. That's how it's going to.
That's a good problem to have.
Right, it's a good problem, I guess. Yes, we also. I think that brings up a really good point. We will have a scheduling system and an online portal where people can go on and purchase public skate in advance.
Oh, you can actually reserve the time online.
You could reserve it. People can also come in and pay via credit card or by mobile device in our facility. So I think the only thing that might happen is if it's a really, really busy day and someone comes up and they need their size skate and we don't have it. That could be a concern, but we ordered lots of skates. There's over 350 pairs of skates, so I'm hoping we're okay in that department. But yeah, I did want to mention that we'll have that where people can, book their date online for a
I think that's
cool.
really
That's
cool.
cool,
I mean,
yeah.
that's more convenience to people because everybody's busy. I remember when Maria was in school, 9:30, I got home. She said, "Mommy, I have to buy these from school." I said, "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" Thank God it's Amazon, so I
Especially
can
the
buy
new
it.
generation. They want to do everything with the phone, with the mobile app. They want to just book the time, just like they order the food or they order the takeout or the pickup. They go to this, they already have their phone. Everything is ready for them.
Exactly.
So that'll work out well with the Generation Z or whatever you call
It's
them.
easier for the staff too because they book online.
Yeah.
Otherwise, double handling. If you have a call, go in.
They can book
for
and then
you.
also pay online or pay through the app.
And then they get a
through-
confirmation
Yeah,
automatically.
then they just
so
show up on
it's
the
good.
phone. They flash
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes it allows you to. Do you want to put in calendar too? So with the address, that's really cool.
That's a good one. Yeah.
With the address,
That's so good.
that's
You're going to have the
important.
website
Yeah.
nicely
Yeah.
developed. That'll make
Yes.
life easier for both
Yeah.
of them.
Yes.
Operation,
That's right.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, we spoke about that. So, how do you foresee the last question I'm going to leave you with? We're almost out of time. Is how do you foresee the ice rink developing in the next couple of years? Just your vision for it.
Yeah. I see it as a central community hub for all year long. I see this as a place we can embrace another sport in our community and township and just a place for kids, families, athletes to gather and grow together and be together. So I'm really excited. I want the community to know and recognize they are my first priority, and I'm really excited for this building. And I hope I continue to hear that from people. But I think the vision of it is central community hub and people feeling welcome, whether they're coming to skate, play hockey, they're just coming for a hot chocolate.
No pun intended. Yeah, that's great. We're very excited as well, and we want to thank you so much for sharing with us. You're on the show today, and we look forward to the grand opening sometime in February 2026, hopefully.
Yeah.
And also for the listening out there, if you own a business, you would like to do the advertising, that's available too. It's on the website, East Brunswick Township. If you tap the Ice Arena tab, you have all the information.
There's more rates. The rates are there and available, and it's a great opportunity. We were talking to Devon off air about the advertising. It's a really great promotional thing they're doing for the new to get in early. So.
If anyone's interested in anything, advertising, questions, reach out to us. Our email is ebicearena@eastbrunswick.org. Feel free to reach out to us there. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook, and visit us. Check out our website, and everything's listed there as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Regardless, you want a job or you want to advertising, this one-stop shop right there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Everything's online. All right,
that's
guys.
right.
Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Thank
Bye.
you.